What's up, you guys? Welcome back to HisandHerbs. Today, I'm going to be getting the RV, starting to get the RV ready and clean to go over to the land. But guys, we have a problem. It is super cold out here and we got to knock the chill off of this baby. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I heat up a small area before I get to cleaning. And yeah. All right, guys, and here it is, our MrBuddy. This is what has been keeping me warm. It kept me warm one day, and that's important to me, okay? So I thought it was important enough for me to come out here and share with you guys what I experienced, all right? So I'm not a gadget girl by any stretch of the imagination, but if it is important to me, then I'll get it on and popping, all right? And this was important to me. Heat is important to me, okay? If you could see all the heating things that I deal with, maybe I'll drop some pictures in this video. But yeah, heat is important to me, so we're gonna get this on and popping, y'all. This is Mr. Heater Buddy. And they have different ones, but this is I guess the basic one. Like I said, I found this at the Goodwill. Actually, it was a Salvation Army. And I went ahead and stacked this baby up because heat is my friend, all right? So far, first of all, I'm going to show you how to take this propane, little baby, 1 pound, it's a 1 pound propane tank. We're gonna take that off and we're gonna put another one on, okay? All right, so, and all you gotta do is twist it counterclockwise to take it off. And then we're going to open up a new one. And then bring this a little bit closer. So you just screw it clockwise into that little thing right there. All right, so we got our propane hooked up, and now I'm going to show you guys how to cut this on. And I think I'm going to bring you a little bit closer. This is your control, and you have the off switch here, your pilot, and then your settings for low and high, okay? So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and turn it to pilot, and you hold that down for about 30 seconds each time until you get your light down there. Hold that. Do y'all see that light? Yeah, okay, there's that light. It's lit up. Hold it down for about 30 seconds. And then after about 30 seconds, you can just turn your knob to your settings on whether you want this to be high, low, or you want it to go to the high settings, okay? So we're gonna do that. Sorry, lift it up a little bit when you turn, okay? And we want it high. We want it high. So you're gonna slowly start to see this radiant heat come through that little white area. It's gonna turn red. It's warming up. It's warming up in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this door because it's not gonna make sense for me to keep the door open while I'm trying to heat it up. All right, guys, so we got the doors closed. Don't worry, guys. We have a few windows open. I know a lot of people are definitely concerned about that invisible gas that can kill you. Yeah, I know everybody's concerned about that. And like I said, I'm not one of them techie people. I can get there. We can get there, but it's gonna start off with something that I need definitely. So we talk about that invisible gas that kills people. And I had it out here. I was out here the other day and Corey was away, and I called him and I was like, I'm so concerned because my son helped me hook it up the first time, and I was so concerned that I couldn't even work. I was like, my main goal is just to make sure to survive up in here right now with this gas. So I was told to just make sure a couple of windows were open and that I made sure that I didn't smell eggs. That's what my son told me. And also just to make sure I wasn't getting sleepy. If I started to get sleepy, then get up out of that mug, cut, you know, shut it down and get out. But we have a sensor here that detects the carbon monoxide poisoning. There it is. See how it just came back to me. And yeah, we have that. But so far, let me show you guys what it's looking like. Look at that. Look at that. That is straight up heat. And I'm so appreciating that right now, because once I start to warm up, and I can go ahead and start cleaning. And yeah, there it is. All right, guys. So if you have a small space or in your home, if you're brave, some people aren't going to want to use this regardless of what you say. But for this situation that I'm in right now, I'm definitely appreciating it. And it doesn't use much propane as well. You could also, I heard you can also hook this thing up to the 20 pounds propane tank. You can hook that up. There's an attachment that you can purchase along with this. I didn't have any of the attachments for this because it just came in a, it was, I'm not even sure if it was used or if it was new, but it looks new. It looks new, but nonetheless, the last time we had the tester on to make sure that, you know, we weren't getting any of the poison in the air. And it's working just fine. It's heating up the RV. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to talk too much because I could talk about this thing a lot because I love it. All right, guys. So thanks for watching today. And I wanted to come back and remind you guys that all this prepping and things that we're doing to prepare for whatever it is that is going to happen, whatever the Most High told us is going to happen, when you really get down to it, we have to treat each other right. You want to treat your neighbor, you know, as you want to be treated. You know, when thinking back to the movie, I was just thinking back, you know, these people showed up on someone's doorstep and they really weren't welcome. They weren't welcome at all. And it was their house. It was their house. And all you had to do was take a little bit of time to look around and to really notice that something is going on. Something's taking place. And maybe we should hear these people out. But everybody's so scared of everybody else. And it's so crazy. So scared to the point that how are you going to fulfill your duty of loving your neighbor? How are you going to do that when maybe you don't like somebody because of something silly? Maybe because of the way they look. It's high time, because the enemy is an enemy of everybody. So it is high time that we wake up and start treating each other right. Because at the end of the day, if you guys really pay attention, and nobody's talking about this part in the movie, who's the person in the movie that got it the worst? I'm going to have to vote for the guy who lost some teeth. Okay, I don't know about you, but the guy without the teeth, that's who got it the worst. So, but what was his character throughout the movie? He was mean to his sister, first of all. That was rude. That was just like, come on now, like she doesn't have a life. Like, really? Like, he's planting seeds. Like, kids are special and very important. And he's planting bad seeds in a child, giving her problems so early on before she could even really grow up. Like, and that will affect the way she grows up. That will affect the way she grows up. She can grow up and have the same sentiments towards a younger sibling or somebody else. Okay. So you have to treat your neighbor right. Okay. That was his little sister, and he should have been way more supportive, but you know, I guess we're going to just give him a pass. We're going to give him an excuse because he's a boy, but a young boy, a teenager, but that's not an excuse. We have to teach our children right. Love each other, because after all, the greatest commandments, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, and soul and understanding, and love your neighbor as yourself. And it doesn't matter. You can prepare, you can do whatever, you can have whatever, you can go to the moon, you can do whatever, but you will not escape the hand. Most people call it, some people call it the universe, some people call it Mother Nature. I call the Most High, our creator. you're not going to escape those rules. So as you're preparing, as you're planning, as you're going off grid, make sure you're loving your neighbor so a tornado or something won't come up and snatch you right up and just uproot you and sweep you off of this land, all right? All right, guys. See you in the next one.